I'm thoroughly convinced that a lot of black men simply do not like black women. I'm thoroughly convinced. I'm 100% thoroughly convinced. You just have to look at the way that black men talk about black women. The moment that you say anything that brings up a mirror to black men for them to improve, change, work on themselves, the first thing they say is, "Oh, look, what about black women? She doing it. She did this." Y'all don't understand how unattractive, how unmanly, how unmasculine that sounds. That's weak. That's weak-minded, weak thoughts. And the reason why I want to add on to that, why I believe a lot of black men don't like black women is because how easily we can talk down on them. It's like you got a child, you got a friend, you got a companion, anybody who you like, who you love, right? And they slip up here and there. They might not be doing the best, whatever the case may be. And you just talk down on them. You just talk bad about them. And it's not in a way to show them the mirror or uplift them, so they can do better. No, y'all talk down on them like y'all hate them. And that's the same way I see a lot of black men with the rhetoric on black women. The way they talk down. It's really disgusting. And when you step out and you look at other communities, they don't talk about their women like that. I'm pretty sure everybody got issues, everybody got problems, but they keep it in house. The way that we talk about our women, the way that we talk about our issues, and not in the light for upliftment or to hold a mirror up. No, it's like we talking down like we just straight up just don't like black women. And I'm thoroughly convinced. You know, the moment you talk about interracial dating, or you talk about a Becky liking a black man is not a flex, they up in arms. They upset. Oh, what you mean Becky not a flex? You know? But they be so quick to defend the Becky, but not quick to defend their own lady, their own community. Like I said, love is love. Like who you like. If you like Becky's, if you like Maria's, if you like anybody else other than black women, that's cool. That's on you. I'm not tripping. That's on you. I spoke about it before. That's on you. Love is love, right? But for you to turn back around and then shit on your own women just because you like somebody else and you think they may be better or a better fit for you, that's crazy. That's crazy. So what if you have a black daughter? Or what about your niece? You know? Or what about a cousin of yours or an aunt? You just gonna shit on them too? Like I said, a lot of times black women don't have no direction. A lot of times they ain't seen no prime example of an actual man, that they should show reverence or respect to. A lot of that's our issue. We had to take accountability. But the moment you tell a black man about accountability, like I said, oh, what about the black woman? I said, a lot of y'all just crybabies. A lot of y'all crybabies, and I see why a lot of black women don't like y'all. Because y'all afraid to hold the mirror up to yourself and really see who you really are and how y'all really act. And if you seen how you really are and how you really act, y'all wouldn't like it. Y'all wouldn't date yourself. I think the reason why a lot of black men just talk down on black women is because they was rejected. Y'all ain't had good experiences. But that don't mean go shit on everybody, because you had a bad experience. Sometimes you gotta go look in the mirror and see, was I really attractive at that point? Was I really on really on my grind? Was I really who I should have been? Was I really performing at my highest ability? Was I really dressed how I should have been dressed? Was my character really one that attracts the person that I really want? We don't ask ourselves these questions. We just say, "Oh, it's her fault." You know, it's like, dog, that shit get old. That shit get really old. Like I said, the moment that you hold up a mirror to black men and say, "Hey, this is what we could work on," whoa, 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 they get the point. Oh, why don't you make a video about black women? There he go pandering about black men. It's like, why y'all keep, you know, putting the pressure on them as if it ain't enough black men, content creators out here putting videos out that's always talking down on black women and denigrating black women. And then on top of that, they pick the worst of the bunch that they talk about as if it's the whole category. Again, like it's the whole category. You tell black men, hey, if y'all really want black women, you really want to build with them, woo, 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 we got to create a community. We have to create. We have to build some infrastructure. We have to do this. We have to do that. The moment you tell them that you have to do something for them, they throw it up. That they ain't with it. They ain't with it. They ain't with it at all. I never understood the whole, oh, we don't like women thing anymore. I never really understood that because, I never understood this whole we don't like women thing anymore. Or we going our own way. Like I get it to a surface level, but you just gonna give up on women, period. Something that is in our nature. It's in our nature to like women. So y'all going against nature too. You see what I'm saying? Y'all hate black women that much that you just gave up on women, period. Like they traumatize you that much. See what I'm saying? Y'all give your power up too much. Y'all give your power away too much. We look at our community, how we talk down on single moms as if they the scum of the earth. As if, you know, they chose and woke up to be a single mom. Some probably did. Some probably messed with a pookie and that's what they, that's what it is. But everybody make a mistake. Everybody slip up. Everything is not perfect for everybody. It's like the way that we talk about black, single moms is like as if we perfect. As if we don't know about who has created one. You know? It's like we talk down on them instead of holding ourselves accountable. And that's the craziest thing. Again, that's the craziest thing. How we can talk down on somebody else and we don't hold our own people accountable. We don't hold men accountable, but we talk down on the single moms. Like I said, I think a lot of men just like that low-hanging fruit ass content. Instead of really building something to uplift us or really building something for us to hold a mirror to so we can grow, we don't do that. We love that low-hanging fruit shit. That easy clickable shit. The one that talk down on the Keisha or talk down on the black woman. Like I said, I'm not saying that they're perfect. I'm not over here simping and caping. But like I said, I'm taking a stand to hold a mirror up against men right now. Because there ain't enough men holding a mirror up to men. And now this is a whole train that's about to go run loose and wild about men just throwing all the accountability out the window, not being accountable for anything, and then throwing it on the woman. We giving our power away. I'm not out here saying that women perfect. I know that ain't nobody perfect. We can all grow. We can all learn. But right now, that's not my standpoint to talk about what women need to do. Because if we continuously talk about what women need to do, who the fuck gonna say what men need to do? So if they on their square and we not on our square, then it's still lopsided. If we continuously tell black women what they need to work on and we don't need to work on what we need to work on, then what happens when they get right and we not right? Let that sink in for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just convinced. I'm convinced black men don't like black women. I'm convinced. I don't know what it stems from. I don't know if y'all don't like your mama. Your mama didn't like you. I don't know if a girl rejected you and chose somebody else. I don't know what it is. But a lot of black men just don't like black women. Point blank period. They just don't. And they afraid to say it. They hide behind a whole lot of this, how she acts, how she does this. They hide behind all that. As if y'all not wanting somebody to grow with, somebody to work with you, just like you can work with them. You looking for somebody ready made and perfect, as if you ready made and perfect. I think of a lot of it just stems from rejection. A lot of it stems from rejection. And like I said, you got rejected, but you never look in the mirror to see the things that who you were as a person. You might not have been the most attractive person. Work on yourself. And if you feel like you want to go date a Becky or Maria or go here or do that, cool. But then you don't have to shit on your people. You don't have to shit on your women. Because what about your nieces? What about your cousins? What about your daughters? What about your mama? What about your aunt? Ain't they black too? Don't you want to see them do better? Or you just want them to burn too? Like I said, that's disgusting. You don't see no other community talk about their single mom like that. They come in and help. Because they understand that child that's finna be neglected, that child that's not finna have two parents to watch over him or her, they know that's finna be a problem. They know that's an issue. They know that's a detriment to that mom and the community when you have single parents. They understand that. For us, we it's content. For us, it's something to laugh at. Like supposed to be leaders, and we laughing at that type of shit. I already know y'all don't like women and y'all don't like being black. And like I said, y'all run into all these other communities. What infrastructure do you have for their women? What you gonna do when shit hit the fan over there? Are you leading them too, or are you just looking for, somebody to respect you? And who's to say they really respect you? And they're not just looking at you as a meal ticket, and they're good actors. Let that sink in, but y'all want to hear that. Again, how you know they really like you and respect you, and they're just not good actors because they see the opportunity. Because they ain't got to live in a hut with 10 other people. And now they getting fed, and all they got to do is talk to you like they respect you and they like you. Yeah, y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Yet, you shit on your own women. Like I said, even if I was a person who loved my passport and I wanted to go around, date this woman, I would never shit on my own women like that. Never. If I'm not holding up a mirror and trying to help them improve, because these my people too, and how they go out in public looks bad upon me too. If they look bad upon in the light, I can't do that. I can't shit on them. I can't talk bad about them. If I want to do what I want to do, cool. If you want to do what you want to do, cool. But the shit on your own people on top of that, that's a you problem. You projecting. Y'all projecting y'all hate. Y'all projecting y'all insecurities. Like I said, and I'm going to stand on this again. That's why a lot of y'all black men love Kevin Samuels, because he articulated how y'all felt about women. And not in a positive light, not to bring them up. Because the moment he was down there denigrating women, the moment he was talking bad about women, and it was funny, it was cool, y'all was behind him. But when Kevin first came out and he was telling black men how to improve, y'all hated him. Y'all hated Kev. Y'all called him all type of names. But the moment Kev was out there talking about women, talking down on women, denigrating women and all this, y'all loved him. He was a savior. The Godfather. Remember that. Don't forget it. Y'all ain't love Kev because Kev wanted y'all to improve. Y'all ain't love Kev because of that. Y'all ain't love Kev because of that. Y'all love Kev because he was talking down on women. Keep it real. I'm done. This your favorite cousin Rich. Y'all be safe out there. Love and blessings.